It'll be one to go this time by. Coming to the green, buddy, coming to the green. Let's go get him. Go, 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 take, go, 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 go.
Get your motor running. Head out on the highway.
I'm excited. I mean, obviously the last 2 weeks we've had runner-up finishes, and you know, that's the kind of momentum that you want getting ready to go into a chase. So you know, it helped us a lot with the points last weekend. It was more than just a second place finish for us, but you know, obviously when it's a place that you've had some success at, and we haven't had a lot of wins here, but we've had a lot of consistent top 5, top 10 finishes. So right now, and with the situation that we're in, being I shouldn't say comfortable, but we're in a little better spot than we were a couple weeks ago, obviously, in the point situation. Having a good race this weekend would be very huge to us. So, you know, obviously getting to run both cars this weekend, I'm excited about, you know, trying to help continue that streak with the nationwide side and that team, and at the same time maybe hopefully getting our first win of the season here this weekend.
Ryan, Lee Spencer, Fox Sports. How hard has it been, or how frustrating has it been for you to be at an organization where you have one of the most successful owners in all of motorsports, but he's kind of an absentee owner, and now you go to a guy who's just like the ultimate wheelman, the ultimate racer, looks out for other racers? I mean, did that have a lot to do with your decision to have a guy that you knew is as devoted as Tony?
Absolutely, and I think if you look at the history of Roger Penske, and Roger didn't have the, you know, the ultimate stats that Tony Stewart does, but Roger is a racer. He was a racer, and you know, that I think is extremely important to me, to have somebody that understands the driving part of it, the ownership part of it, the teammate part of it, the personnel part of it, which is extremely important nowadays. That meant a lot. So yeah, it was Roger. I still have a lot of respect for Roger, and you know, look forward to the rest of the season bullfilling my obligations. But you know, I definitely see the true racer and the you know, potential future businessman in Tony Stewart.
Tim Wolford, AutoRacing1.com. Tony, I see a bunch of new team players. Obviously, we recognize Ryan and some of the PR people here, but there's a lot of team to be put together. Can you have any comments on where you're at putting together the rest of the team at this point?
Yeah, we've been in a lot of meetings in the last 4 weeks with a lot of different people from different organizations that have come to us wanting to be a part of this, and Joe's been a huge part of that. You know, it's just talking to the right people, and you know, it's like I was telling somebody, you don't have an option until you have at least 2 people. And you know, we've had more than that in a lot of categories that have come to us. So we have options with people. It's just now sitting down and trying to figure out, just like what I've learned from Joe Gibbs Racing and Joe himself, you know, sitting down and taking the time to figure out which of these people is the right person, making sure that we're picking people that personality-wise are going to match and work well together, and just being smart about it. And that's where Joe comes into play with helping out with that. And you know, like we say, it's nice having options, and you know, with the announcement today, hopefully even more people are going to come out and want to be a part of the program because of Ryan, and you know, that just gives us even that many more options and people to choose from, hopefully. But it is coming together. I mean, we are getting people hired. We have commitments from people that we're currently working on contracts right now that are some key people that we think are really going to be able to help us build this program.
Travis Brown, USA Today. Ryan, I wondered, how does this change your relationship with Penske Racing, and if it does, how do you reassure them that this year that things are going to continue how they've been, and you know, granted that you're lame duck status with the team?
Easy. Don't knock him down. When
Roger and I shook hands and saying that I wasn't going to come back, he knew from my standpoint that I was going to be the dedicated driver I've always been, and I will, you know, do my best for myself, most importantly, but as well as the sponsors and Altel and Kodak and people like that have obviously been a big part of my career. So you know, I focused just as much on driving the number 12 car as I will be next year driving the number 4 car, and like I said, I still have a lot of respect for Roger. I believe Roger still has a lot of respect for me, and we'll continue on. And as I said to Roger, it's going to be business as usual, and that that'll end at the end of '08.
Brett McMillan from PRN. Tony, when you look at where these teams are right now, you're not guaranteed a spot in the top 35 for next year. How important was it to get a guy who's a great qualifier in that second car?
Well, that wasn't as big a factor as just knowing that, we've got somebody that's as passionate about our program as we are, and somebody that we know is going to be competitive every week, and that's something that Ryan's already proved in his career in the Cup Series. So, obviously we're working really hard to keep Scott in the top 35 right now, and that would ensure that Ryan doesn't have to do what he does best, and that's go out and sit on front rows and poles and everything. But we're trying to work really hard the rest of the season to accomplish that, so we don't put that pressure on Ryan. That's something that is really big to the organization right now, that we do everything we can to keep that 66 car in the top 35 in points, and let him worry about going out and racing, not worrying about going out and qualifying the first 5 weeks.
Claire B. Lang, XM Satellite Radio. A couple of quick things. Can you address, I think the two of you are going to be fun to cover because you both had the same dry sense of humor, how you told Tony that you were going to do this, and also what you think about the number 4 and whether, numbers are a real huge deal to you.
Well, we just we sat down at the shop, we talked about it, signed the paperwork, and I told Tony, I said, the bottom line is I'm here to have fun. I want to have fun with you, and I know he wants to have fun doing this, and that's what racing hasn't been a whole lot of for me lately, just due to the fact that we had success in '02 and '03 and part of '04, and since then it hasn't been very, as successful, and therefore some of the fun is gone with that. And I look forward to having fun again. I forgot the second part of your question. The number 4, I know what that means to Tony Stewart, and I have numbers that mean more to me than the number 4 does. But I'm here at Stewart-HAAS Racing, and I respect the number 4 and his decision. And he told me it was his first go-kart number, and that means a lot to me because I have some of my first race cars with the number 43 on them, which obviously are notorious here. So I look forward to representing that number with this team.
We don't have senses of humor. Very dull, quiet people, both of us. So no, the thing is there's going to be a lot of work involved in what we're doing here, but at the same time, I mean, we've got a teammate now, and we got an organization that realizes that, the first couple times we walked in the shop, everybody was pretty tense around there, but the more you go around there and the more you laugh and joke around with the guys, the more relaxed they are, and the more you see the intensity on their faces going forward. And to see somebody like Ryan and me around there each day, I think it'll be something those guys will like. And Ryan likes to fish, I like to fish. We both raise baby deer, and we have a lot of common interests. So I think this is something that we're both going to have a lot of fun doing. The competition side will probably be rougher with us going fishing than anything. It's probably going to be the toughest part of it. So, and the first time that he gets me in a boat and gets me out about 50 feet and says, "All right, we're fishing for paychecks today," I'm swimming back, and if I drown, you guys will know what happens. So. But we're going to have a lot of fun with this, and that's something that is important. I mean, as hectic and busy and tedious as the schedule keeps getting each year, and it grows, it's not got easier, it's got harder every year. To have somebody like Ryan on board that we know we're going to have fun with, that makes you look forward to going there and doing the work each day.
Stan Creekmore, Inside Track Motorsports News. Ryan, 2 names I'd like to know how they influenced this decision, Matt Borland and Chrissy Newman.
Good question, especially since she's sitting in the audience. Matt Borland, I talked to him a couple times on and off. He's still a great friend of mine. Obviously a super technical person, and has obviously a huge influence at Stewart-HAAS and respect to the race car. So, he was off the record a good person to talk to, and I appreciated his input. And Chrissy Newman obviously was my sounding board at the house, and she would elbow me about somewhere between 12 and 5 in the morning at some points just to wake me up and talk about what I wasn't doing. And she was typically more stressed out and high-strung about me making my decision and having lot of input with that decision. So she was very helpful to me, and no different than my parents who helped push me through college. She helped push me through this situation, and I'm very grateful for that.